Did I make a huge mistake, and am I about to get liquidated on my Ethereum long, which is $1.7 million and currently sitting at minus 200,000, which puts me at minus 20% on my $1 million to $10 million trading challenge? Is this all a mistake? Is Ethereum about to get classified as a security, and is the Ethereum spot ETF about to get denied, and are we about to actually crash lower and get my orders filled at 2,700, 2,600, 2,500, and go even lower from there, and then finally get me liquidated at 2,200. It's going to be a bit higher once the orders get filled. So let's discuss this. Am I worried about it? Because I mean, minus 200,000 is also money for me. It's not like it's 2K or 200 bucks. So I wanted to make this video to clarify a few things and to explain why I am still the diamond hands. Will I pay the price for it, the ultimate price, which is $1 million here, because I'm ready to lose the entire fucking $1 million here. Let me explain why. And certainly, guys, please remember, I'm trading over on Bybit, and Bybit is currently doing this: deposit $100, get $100. So if you deposit $100 using my link down in the description of this video, and you trade for like 500 bucks, you will get $100. So this is the biggest campaign ever done by Bybit, and with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, you can also claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses and all the bonuses you see on the screen. So chill out of the way. Now let's discuss what is the most important, and that is Ethereum. And when it comes to Ethereum, technically, you know, Bitcoin is still hanging in there. We're still in the same vicinity going to decide with the main support of 58K right now. When it comes to ETH, right now we're at critical support. This literally is that critical support of $2,877. Next one will be like $2,700, which is my next order to add to this long trade. Which, again, probably a lot of you at this point will say it's a mistake, but let me try to prove you otherwise. And guys, if you are, please pay attention for just 3 seconds as to what I'm going to say. There is something very big happening in crypto, and no one is talking about it. It's not Bitcoin, it's not Ethereum, it's not Solana, it's not Aptos, whatever. It is something new. It is something absolutely extraordinary. It is something you will be able to participate in, and I'll probably be the forefront of it. I'll be the first one to talk about it. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, and probably the next 7 to 10 days. It's going to be a huge, huge, huge opportunity. Something that was just as good as Sui, Aptos, Arkham, Arbitrum, if you catch my drift, Layer 0, ZK Sync, Starknet. And it's going to be something that is going to be solving the problem of global KYC, of global bullshit with custody, the trust issues, with copy trading, with many things. It's going to be absolutely huge. And it's going to be the next huge hype. And it's going to be given to you guys, to the people. So please pay attention. And that is something you cannot afford to miss, because you will need it. And you can make money on it. So, but not giving away too much information. So let's keep talking about this here. Let's discuss as to the probabilities and as to the reasons why I'm holding this trade, and why I'm not giving up on this trade, and why, if it goes lower, I will scale it further. I will scale it, I will scale it, I will scale it. Because of why? I mean, we're literally at the very beginning of the bull run. At the very beginning. This year, there's going to be elections. They like to pump the markets during elections. Especially, you know, sell the news, sell in May and go away. It doesn't really work that very well during the election years. And especially, the M2 money supply is shifting, because the Fed will have to pivot sooner or later. So money is going to be flowing in. So giving up now on crypto in general is stupid. But let's discuss, and Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. But let's discuss ETH in particular, and why I'm building a trade on ETH and not Bitcoin or whatever else. Right here. And this guy has actually pointed out everything properly, the way how I believe in it. That we will see all spot ETFs approved on May 23rd. And right now, it is very unpopular opinion. And certainly, guys, this is not financial advice. You can do all you want. If you want to short Ethereum, if you don't believe in Ethereum or any cryptocurrency, I hope that you're not just blabbing your mouth uselessly. I hope that you're shorting the shit out of it with all you fucking got. Because if you're just blabbing your mouth about it and not doing anything and not shorting with all you've got, then you're just a fucking cheap talker. That's who you are. So now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen precisely on May 23rd, but there is, in my opinion, a higher probability of it happening than people anticipate right now. Let's go through this. ETH sentiment is currently at cyclical low. And usually, just like with everything, it's all cyclical. Whenever it's low, this is when you get in. Also, ETF approval is priced in between like maybe 0 to maybe 25%, and we'll get to the current probabilities, and that is right now 14% chance. Consensus is like that there is 14% chance. I mean, it went from 7 to 14 chance of the approval. Some said it jumped to 40%, but I didn't find it. So 14% chance of Ethereum spot ETF being approved. And remember, if it does, what is going to happen? How much money is going to flow into it? I mean, this news in particular is going to just pump it like, well, probably will go to 4,000 in like a couple of days or even faster, just because market is not anticipating it. The market is not pricing it in. When we had spot Bitcoin ETF coming along, it was like 70% chance of it. And even on 70% chance, we pumped like crazy once it was approved. And then dumped. Certainly that's how it happens. But here, it's the opposite. So we have no expectation. So if it does happen, the pump will be parabolic. And this is what I call the asymmetrical bet. But now let's examine what are the chances of it actually happening. Because I think that the chances are higher than 25. It's not 100%. But I think it is higher than 25%. And it is higher than 14%. Let's have a look. Here is main few tweets by this person that I really do agree with. For one, this first exhibit right here. ARK Invest, whose spot Ethereum ETF decisions are due on the 23rd of May, hello, in literally 2 weeks from now, less than 2 weeks, amended their filings to remove staking, because remember, staking was the issue that could classify it as a security because there is an expectation from profit, off profit, etc. So in staking, the underlying ETH in a spot ETF is free revenue. So no issuer would proactively remove this without guidance from a regulator who signals a path forward. It's a fact. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Grayscale withdrew its Ethereum futures ETF application, which was weird. However, if you think about it, Grayscale fights and does not lose in history. It's history, right? It's fact. It forced the SEC to approve the Bitcoin ETF, and Grayscale wouldn't proactively withdraw its futures ETF and avoid a winnable fight unless it knew that the spot Ethereum ETF was imminent. I agree with this. Like, I mean, you can argue all you want, but you cannot argue with these facts right here. Next one. The SEC has already, and this is one of the biggest ones, and I've discussed this previously, the SEC has already approved Ethereum futures ETFs. By approving futures ETF, the SEC implied that ETH is in the same boat as Bitcoin and that ETH is a commodity under the CFTC. And note that this approval was done after the merge to proof of stake, meaning proof of stake Ethereum remains a commodity. It's a fact. If they come out suddenly and say, oh no, it's a security, then they need to remove the actual futures ETF as well. They have to remove it because it just makes no sense. I spoke to securities lawyers as well. They said, yeah, I mean, it definitely is the case. If they're going to classify it as a security, they need to go back and withdraw the futures ETF. It's stupid. It's impossible. So then Exhibit 4, Gensler said Ethereum himself personally is a commodity. Gensler said on record, ETH is a non-security. We are now in the circus of a political theater. It's true. It's 100%. It's all just background noise. Even in front of Congress, he refuses to clarify the status of ETH. Who is paying him? Whose agenda is he serving here? I don't know. But the Ethereum decision will force the issue, for sure, 100%. Exhibit number 5. The SEC has overstepped its authority and is out of favor. The courts have deemed the SEC as arbitrary and capricious, and given the fact pattern, the Ethereum ETF denial would result in another embarrassing loss. And they know it. So the only move now left is to quietly approve the Ethereum ETFs. But you know, a lot of people are saying, okay, if it's all that great, why there is lack of comments and communication between them, between SEC and all the institutions? The Bitcoin ETFs have already, you need to understand this, and I agree with this, that Bitcoin ETFs already paved the legal path for approval. The SEC ignited a storm of inadvertent drama around Bitcoin ETFs, creating a halo effect. It's 100% a halo effect. How is it not? And it will now do the opposite and comment from the shadows because they already have the actual framework. They don't need to go back and forth with this 100 times, theoretically. So conclusion, crypto will be under regulatory attack until there is a change of political regime, 100%. So Gary Gensler, see you later, together with Biden, see you later. So, but the ETH ETF is an inevitability. So, and rather than facing another embarrassing loss, the SEC will be forced to approve the ETFs on May of the 23rd. And for once, the best risk-reward trade in crypto is also the most non-consensus. This is so true. This is what I'm trying to convey here. Whenever someone is saying that, this is not going to happen, everyone is against it in terms of the probabilities. People think it's not going to happen. But if it does, this is going to be the craziest and the best risk to reward trade possible. Because if it gets denied, ETH will probably drop, I don't know, nobody's expecting it anyway, so maybe 2,800, a little bit. So it's not like everybody's expecting it and then it's denied, then it will cause a huge crash because there is a huge expectation. But when there is no expectation, like look at it, 14% chance, who cares? It doesn't happen. Maybe it will actually bounce to the upside because nobody cares anyway. So, therefore, for me, this is a no-brainer, knowing that what I've just mentioned here makes total sense. So therefore, we're creating this flag formation. If it is approved, we're going to break to the upside like crazy, regardless of what Bitcoin does. So because it's not priced in. The crazy flow that could come from ETFs in the United States is not priced in. So therefore, even if it doesn't happen, even if, they deny it for whatever incredibly stupendous reason, which could happen, it's probable, of course, then they're going to have to go to court, fight it out, and then probably within the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to have some result. And then the chances here will start going up, and then the market will front run it, and then it will be similar to what happened with Bitcoin. Very possible. But there could be also a surprise on May the 23rd. So even if even if it's not approved here, I'm not giving up on my trade. That's what I'm trying to say here. And if it's approved, it's going to be a huge pump. If it's disapproved, then it's going to be just another fight, and it's not going to go down too much because nobody's expecting it. So for me, it's a no-brainer. And yeah, it doesn't look very good, but I'm being very honest. I'm showing you the reality, and I'm holding the hands right here. Diamond ones. So guys, check out this quick tutorial as to how to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with proper risk and money management, how to actually calculate what you can afford, what you cannot afford, because I'm always using proper risk and money management, even in degen crazy trades. And guys, stay tuned for something huge that is happening in the crypto space. Your mind will be blown. Anyway, peace and love. I'm Kralow. Stay smart, stay very rich. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.